Welcome everyone. Today, we're taking you deep into Michigan, beyond Detroit, beyond Grand Rapids, to the state's most remote hidden towns. These are places where the road ends and real life begins, where your neighbor might be a bear and the wind is the loudest sound around. We've poured our heart into these stories to show you a side of America you rarely see. If you love this journey, hit that subscribe button. It means the world to us and keeps these adventures coming. Ready to see Michigan's wildest corners? Let's get this show on the road. First stop, Copper Harbor. Drive north past the last gas sign, all the way up the Keweenaw Peninsula. US Route 41, which starts in Miami, ends right here, at the edge of America. You're greeted by the endless blue of Lake Superior, a view that humbles you. This isn't a place you find by accident. You have to want to be here. The people, tough, resilient, and deeply connected to the land. Winters are legendary, snow so high you can't see your door, and a silence so deep it's almost a sound. But the stars, with no city lights, the night sky explodes in a cosmic show. In summer, tourists come for the trails and lighthouse, but in winter, only the hardiest remain. Copper Harbor isn't just a dot on the map, it's a feeling, the thrill of reaching the end of the road. The journey is part of the destination, and when you arrive, you understand why you came. That's Copper Harbor. Remote, resilient, unforgettable. The road may end here, but our journey is just beginning. Think Copper Harbor is remote? Try Isle Royale. No roads, no cars, just wilderness. To get here, you leave your car, board a boat or seaplane, and cross Lake Superior to a national park that's more wild than town. The quiet here is profound. No horns, no sirens, just the sound of wind, water, and wildlife. Year-round human residents? Zero. Only seasonal rangers and researchers. The real rulers are the moose and wolves, locked in a legendary predator-prey dance. Hiking here means days without seeing another soul, filtering water from pristine lakes, and sunsets that make you feel like the last person on Earth. Isle Royale demands self-sufficiency. Nature is in charge, and there's no 911. People come here seeking solitude, adventure, and a raw connection to the wild. It's a pilgrimage for those who want to see the world as it was meant to be, untamed. Isle Royale is America's least visited national park, and that's its greatest strength. Not for everyone, and that's the point. Isle Royale, wild, raw, unforgettable. Let's head back to the mainland. The adventure continues. Back on the mainland, we're heading to Seney, a tiny town surrounded by the vast Manistique Swamp. Seney National Wildlife Refuge is nearly 100,000 acres of wetlands, marshes, and forests. A birdwatcher's paradise. Once a wild logging town, Seney quieted down when the trees were gone, settling into a peaceful existence surrounded by wilderness. Life here is defined by the swamp trumpeter swans, eagles, otters, and a chorus of birdsong. Living in Seney means living on nature's terms, reading the seasons, knowing the land, and respecting the wild. The people here are guardians of this reclaimed landscape, deeply connected to the rhythms of the refuge. Summer brings relentless bugs and real isolation. The nearest big town is far away, but the trade-off? Priceless peace and quiet. Imagine waking to nothing but birdsong, or watching swans glide across the water at sunset. Seney is a lesson in resilience, of both people and nature. Once ravaged by logging, the land has come back to life, teeming with wildlife. The community here lives in the middle of a conservation success story. Seney may be small and quiet, but it's a hidden gem for those who stop, look, and listen. Sometimes, the most beautiful places are the ones left to their own devices. Ready for another island adventure? Let's catch a ferry. The journey continues. Next stop, Drummond Island. Don't go anywhere. The wild side of Michigan is just getting started. Let's roll. Onward to the island life. Here we go. Heading east, we board a ferry to Drummond Island, the world's second largest freshwater island. The ferry isn't just a ride, it's a transition to island time, where the mainland's rush fades away. Life here is both isolated and deeply connected. Everyone depends on the ferry and on each other. When the river ice is over, that lifeline is threatened and the community pulls together. Drummond Island is a paradise for outdoor lovers. Over 100 miles of ATV trails, dense forests, rocky shores, and unique pudding stones. Parts of the island feel as wild as anywhere in Michigan, but it's the people who make it special. Everyone knows everyone, and community is a way of life. Traditions, festivals, and a sense of belonging define the island's spirit. Kids run free, handshakes matter, and your word is your bond. It's a throwback to simpler times, but the people here are resourceful and innovative. The island is steeped in history, old British forts, Native American heritage, and layers of stories. Living here means being part of that ongoing story, feeling the weight of the past and the strength of the present. As the ferry pulls away, you feel the adventure. Drummond Island isn't just a place, it's a lifestyle. It's about trading convenience for community and the city's rush for the rhythm of the seasons. For those who call it home, it's the only choice that makes sense. Ready to find peace and quiet on the next stretch? Let's travel west along Lake Superior. The journey's not over yet. Next stop, Grand Marais. Stay with us. The wild beauty of Michigan keeps calling. Let's answer. Onward to the next hidden gem. Adventure awaits. Let's go. Now we reach Grand Marais, perched between Lake Superior and the Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore. This tiny town is the eastern gateway to the famous cliffs, but it feels a world away from the crowds. Here, isolation brings peace. Walk the main street at noon and you might not see a single car. The loudest sound, a gull's cry or the lighthouse foghorn. Grand Marais is bookended by beauty. Pictured Rocks to the west, Grand Sable Dunes to the east. The lake is the town's heart, bringing storms, cool breezes, and epic snow. Residents are fishermen, artists, and dreamers, inspired by the ever-changing moods of Lake Superior. Summer brings a trickle of visitors, kayakers, hikers, rockhounds, but it never feels crowded. This is a place for slow travelers, for those who want to watch the waves or read on a quiet beach. Winter brings true isolation. Snow piles high, winds howl, and the town hunkers down. Community shines through, potlucks, brewery nights, and embracing the silence. Here, you don't just survive winter, you celebrate it. Grand Marais is a lesson in the value of stillness and the beauty of peace and quiet. In a world that's always shouting, this place whispers, ready for a taste of paradise? Let's keep moving north. The journey continues. Next stop, Paradise, Michigan. Next up, Paradise, Michigan, a small community near the magnificent Tahquamenon Falls. The falls, stained root beer browned by cedar swamps, thunder through the forest. A wonder in the backyard for locals. Paradise is remote. One main road, and in winter, snow can cut it off for days. For residents, that's just life. Check on neighbors, stoke the fire, and enjoy the forced slowdown. Living here means a deep connection to the wild. Moose, bears, an endless forest. People are hunters, fishermen, snowmobilers, and hikers, active participants in nature's cycles. The community is tight-knit, built on self-reliance and mutual support. People fix their own cars, chop their own wood, and weather any storm. But they also come together to celebrate the short, glorious summers and endure the long winters. Paradise is an earned name, rugged, beautiful, and demanding respect. The reward, peace, eagles soaring, northern lights, and a sense of belonging. Paradise isn't a tropical beach. It's a snowy cabin, a waterfall's roar, and the warmth of good neighbors. It's real, raw, and unforgettable. Ready for one last stop? Let's visit a place where history and isolation meet. The journey's almost over. Next, Whitefish Point. Stay with us. The story's not done yet. Let's finish strong. Our final stop, Whitefish Point. A windswept finger of land known as the graveyard of the Great Lakes. More ships have been lost here than anywhere else on Lake Superior, including the legendary Edmund Fitzgerald. The centerpiece is the lighthouse, the oldest active light on the lake, guiding sailors through storms since 1849. Standing here, you feel the weight of history, the lonely keepers, the lives saved and lost. The landscape is raw, rocky beaches, driftwood, and the constant wind. In fall, thousands of migrating birds fill the sky. The Great Lakes Shipwreck Museum tells the stories of ships and souls claimed by the lake. The bell of the Edmund Fitzgerald, recovered from the depths, is a moving reminder of nature's power. There's no bustling town, just a few buildings, the museum, and the lighthouse. The people here are historians, conservationists, and birders, keepers of memory and spirit. Living at Whitefish Point means embracing solitude and the haunting beauty of the landscape. To visit is to reflect on the power of the lakes and the courage of those who sailed them. It's not a happy place, but it's deeply meaningful. As our journey ends, Whitefish Point reminds us that isolation is about more than distance. It's about history, memory, and spirit. Thanks for joining us on this adventure. One last word before we go. Let's head home. What a trip! From Copper Harbor to Whitefish Point, we've seen Michigan's wildest, most resilient communities. These aren't just dots on a map. They're places where nature rules and community means everything. Thanks for coming along on this virtual road trip. If you enjoyed the journey, hit subscribe. It helps us keep sharing these hidden gems. Let's keep exploring together. Until next time, be good to each other. The road may end, but the adventure never does. See you on the next journey.